more take, and maybe one more cup flat road, but maybe one more mile to go. You've got no lane on your every load when you get home, because you've got one more valley, one more hill, maybe one more trial, one more take, and maybe one more cup flat road, but maybe one more mile to go. You've got no lane on your every load when you get home, because you've got one more valley, one more hill, maybe one more trial, one more take, and maybe one more cup flat road, but maybe one more mile to go. You've got no lane on your every load when you get home, cause when I'm tossed upon life's seas and the waves cover me, and the dark cloud will let the sun shine in, and then I heard a voice say there would be a brighter day. Don't let the sun shine through forever let you, because you've got one more valley, one more hill, maybe one more trial, one more take, and maybe one more cup flat road, but maybe one more mile to go. You've got no lane on your every load when you get home, because you've got one more valley, one more hill, maybe one more trial, one more take, and maybe one more cup flat road, but maybe one more mile to go. You've got no lane on your every load when you get home, cause when I'm tossed upon life's sea and the waves cover me, and the dark cloud will let the sun shine in, but then I heard a voice say there would be a brighter day. Don't let the sun shine through forever let you, because you've got one more valley, one more hill, maybe one more trial, one more take, but maybe one more cup flat road, and maybe one more mile to go. You've got no lane on your every load when you get home, because you've got one more valley, yeah, one more trial, one more take, and maybe one more cup flat road, but maybe one more mile to go. You've got no lane on your every load, but we get home, because you've got one more valley. So, 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 in the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy covering me. Even when I'm rejected by the brothers that surrounds me, God has covered me. In the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy covering me. And even when I'm rejected by the brothers that surrounds me, God has covered me. I have a reason to worship God, a reason to praise Him more. I wanna cry, I wanna go deeper in worship, yeah, and deeper in service, more and more. When my troubles are mounting, I still some mercy overbring me. Then my wounds are all paining from the trials I've been through. God has covered me. I have a reason to praise God and more and more. I wanna go deeper in worship now. I wanna go deeper. A reason to worship now. I have a reason, oh Lord. Go deeper in worship now. Deeper and more. For me to die for Him is great, yeah. For me to die for Him is great. His reward for me is great. It's great. It's great. For me to die for Him is great. His reward for me is great. It's great. It's great. For me to die for Him is great. His reward for me is great, and it's great, it's great. For me to die for Him is great, Lord. For me to die for Him is great. His reward for me is great, and it's great, it's great. For me to die for Him is great. For me to die for Him is great. His reward for me is great, and it's great. For me to die for Him is great, yeah. For me to die for Him is great. For me to die for Him is great. For me to die for the Lord is great. No, come on. Reason to worship, Lord. A reason to praise Him. And more and more. I wanna go deeper in worship now. I have a reason to worship now. I have a reason. Deeper in worship now. And from and knowing where I'm at today. The simple things in life that matters. Most time people take life for granted, but gratitude is a must. Because you've got one body, now, baby, one more trial, one more take, and maybe one more conflict road, but maybe one take a life from the job set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit, Almighty deliver me. Because you've got one. Yeah, I have to make it, deliver me. Cause I smile every day. Almighty God, thanks for life. Maybe some should have faith in me. Almighty tonight I say thank you. Almighty God, I have to make it. I have to make it. I must make it. Shows that fit in me tight, but I go smash my body tonight. I say thanks for life, Almighty God, because you got one to make it. I have to make it, and I want to make it. Baby, one more try, I have to make it. I have to make it. I want to make it. But maybe one take a life from your job set. I said, into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty deliver me, cause even though it's a trouble, yeah, to go to school and said, deliver me. I'll be a content, cause I smile everything is alright. Almighty God, maybe some should have faith in me. Tonight I said, Almighty God, have to make it. I want to make it. I must make it. So I make it. I have to make it. I want to make it. I must make it. Yes, I said so. Where I came from, I know where I'm at today. The simple things in life that matters. Most time people take life for granted, but gratitude is a must. Because you've got one body, now, baby, one more trial, one more take, and maybe one more conflict road, but maybe one take a life from the in the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy over me. I must make it, cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say thanks for life, Almighty God, thanks for life. Maybe I should start fitting me tight, but I go mash my party tonight. I say thanks for life, Almighty God, tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it.
Ooh, yeah. I must make it. I got to make it. I love to make it. I have to make it. I'm bound to make it. How do you sing it? I must make it. Ooh. How you call it artist again, boy? The same name is Terror the Governor, but Terror the Governor is more spiritual than you think, guys, and that's why I have to keep that tune right here. So, anyway, Ollie, welcome. Thank you for the patience. You know how we do it here. That's when Krupa turn on the thing and we look at the artists who are shelling on the place. You can't say mashing up the place, but the artists who are having the place and getting the people going crazy. You know, whether it is dancehall, you name it. What do you call it? Soca, calypso, gospel. Everything happens right here. Anyway, I'm about to speak to somebody that you may know. Or you may not know, but you're going to get to know him today. Yeah. The man that has been doing a lot of magic in Grenada, and not just Grenada, you know. My goodness, boy. All this magic hiding, I can't believe that. Are you giving one set of people? So today we're going to expose him because he's sharing the magic with one set of people. All you know what's going on. All right, let me know. I hope you're ready to tell Ollie who he is because first time I'm meeting this gentleman. And it's because I hear a nice song in his. I hear a real nice song in his. I said, nah, that man, we had to talk, boy. Ollie heard this song earlier on? Yeah, we'll go play it later on, but I want you to talk to him first and make sure you're ready. If you're there in the background, then make sure you're ready. You know, make sure your mic is on because I'm going to bring him on now with me. And you're going to see and you're going to hear who I'm talking to. Are you ready? I don't even know his name. What's his name again? Stand by me, brother. Bringing you on right now with me. Are you ready?
Hello, man.
Oh, okay. It's you. It's you. You know, I was wondering who's the artist. It's you. Good. Nice to have you. Well, you see, I set up the people because I didn't really know who was coming on. But now that you're happy, I'm going to give you a chance to greet your people. Hello, and we're not running this race, you know, we're talking this race. So you're going to people, let them know who you are. Basics. Don't jump the gun because if you jump in the gun, I go slow it down. Yeah, there are some people who can't read, so they won't know what they're on the screen. So it's your turn to check and let the people know who we're talking to right now. Let me see if I could hush my mouth.
Well, good evening to you, man. Good evening to you, Roger, and good evening to all your listeners, locally, regionally, far, wide. I want to say a pleasant good evening to every one of them. My name is Loxton Mitchell, gospel artist, Grenada, of course, born and bred right here, songwriter, song producer, and a little bit of the performing artist side, yeah. In a nutshell.
What? I like how you put it, a little bit. A little bit. Wait. So you are Grenadian?
I am.
Half?
Nah, full.
Oh, you're full-time Grenadian. Okay, you didn't come here.
Full-time, man. I didn't come here, no. Born right here, man.
Oh, so you didn't come here with the voice. You're born with the voice.
No, I'm born with the voice. But I didn't know I had it.
Hold on. What? I say, well, you understand. You import that voice or something. I didn't realize all that going on. What trouble is this? But anyway, guys, you see who we're talking to. The man said he's Grenadian. And first time I'm seeing him. I've never seen him before. So those of you who seen him for the first time, don't afraid. If you have questions, show it out, you know, because today I'm going to ask him a lot of things and we're going to talk. You understand? You get me? Right? So you're from that parish. Which parish is that? The best parish in the island?
Well, they said that's the best one, St. Andrews, eh?
No. I thought it was St. David's. That's what I meant.
Oh, no. According to the public, they say, as they normally say, St. Andrews is the best. I don't know. Oh. That's where I'm from.
Oh, I thought you were St. David's man.
Nah.
Oh, I get it wrong, man. I thought all good things come from St. David's.
Well, I passed through St. David's a lot of times, so probably I know some of it. I don't know.
Oh, okay, okay. I get you. I get you. So I mean, you could pay something and come and live in St. David's, you know. I mean, we selling
Yeah,
that community for St. David's now.
really.
I don't vex, man. Don't vex. One day you'll get a chance to live in St. David's because you're great already, but you can't share that love in the up so alone. No, 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 no. You can't share that love. Understand? You can't share that love, right? So we have people listening here and we are about to chat. So because you don't like my parish, I still love your parish. I mean, but you used to come to St. David's to meet your friends, your girlfriends, and so on. I don't
But boy, I
answer.
never.
Why you never eat what you grow and grow what you eat in your plate? Oh, okay, go on. Anyway, let's talk you know. I have some things to ask you. Seeing that we don't know
Mhm.
you, I hear you went to a primary school and you used to always how they say it, just like my other guests run away from class. Which primary school was that?
I went to St. Mary's RNC. It's Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I went. At the time, it was in the bush, as some people would say. So that's where I went. But it was a great school, you know. It was a great school, great teachers, lovely teachers, and yeah,
Oh, okay. So you remember your teachers too?
yeah, man. Um, Mr. Noel, Miss Shares, Mr. Buckmeyer, Mr. Thomas. Yeah, they were good
What?
guys.
Man, you are
Yeah,
performing
man.
artist, so your memory good so. All right. Why your memory good so? You must be some performing artist. Leave it like that. What is this? Good. So how was primary school in the bush then?
I think
Good
it was
primary school
really,
experience.
really good. I think it was really good. I would say it was a healthy growing up, because back in my time there in the bush, the school was surrounded by plenty fruits, bananas, guavas, mangoes. So you find during break time and lunchtime, children go for mango, they go for guava, they go for mandarin. So it was a healthy time for us, but it was a good time. It was fun.
So Alice Thief.
I think it was allowed.
Hey, look at your friend watching you, you're in trouble too. It was allowed going to people place. Oh, okay. I like how you put it. It was allowed crossing. Yeah.
It
They
was
ever catch
allowed.
you? You ever get caught?
Yeah, we enough times, a lot of times. But again,
Oh,
it was allowed, so he was not flogged or anything. So it was
mhm.
allowed.
Okay, I get you. I like how you nice it up. Nice one. Nice one. So, so, so what happened? What happened between primary school and by the time you reach, let's say 13, 12, 13? Where were you? Trinidad, Jamaica, Grenada?
Nah, I was Grenada. I all my schooling was in Grenada. All. I
Mm-hmm.
think I think all my traveling come after high school.
Oh, high school.
Mhm.
Oh, so the best high school? Let's go there.
Uh to me, yeah, I would say yeah, it was the best to me. It may not be to the best of the public's eyes or to others, but to me it was.
No, don't try that. Don't try that. You mean, the one in town? The one in
Ah,
town? The one in town?
the one in Grenville.
Man, what do you man? Which school is that? You don't have school in Grenville? All schools they in town?
Ju-
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Come
You
on,
don't.
Grenville. Granville Secondary, man. It's a hidden gem.
Oh, so you didn't go GVSS?
No, no,
So they didn't tell you that
no.
GVSS was the best school?
I've heard that. I heard that, but I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Oh. Okay, okay. Well, I can't vex with you for that. I can't vex with you. I mean, as I say, if you like to stay up in the country, stay in the country.
Stay in the
Yeah.
country, eh?
Oh, so it's Grenville Sec. Grenville Sec.
Granville Secondary, man. Yeah,
All right.
that's right,
So
man.
you are performing artist. I go tease your mind again. Let me talk about Form 1.
Form one. Form one was quiet for me. I would consider myself as a student that had always been very reserved, more to myself. I consider myself both an extrovert and an introvert. Um, so for me, the things that I want to let out, I let out. The things that I don't, I keep it to myself. So I was more introvert in school. So from Form one going to Form two, I would say, was a kind of quiet time for me where I get to know my surroundings, try to figure out what I want to do, where do I want to go, what sort of subjects do I need to study for what I want to do before music come along. So even all through there was nothing about music.
So you're telling me you didn't like school? All right, I get it. You didn't like Form 1. Hello, look here, look, come here and play a game with me. Let's
Listen, this, and actually in Form one, a question was asked to the class. What do you want to do when you leave school? And everybody, some people wanted to be teachers, who wanted to be lawyers, bus drivers, what. And you know what? You know what my answer was? I want to make money.
Oh, what?
I don't even know what I want to do. All I say, I just want to make money.
So they beat you?
No, they didn't. They laughed.
Wait. But what little boy like you know about money in Form 1?
Well, the thing about it is, before going to Form one, I think by Form one, I was going through a very, very dark period. I think most people go through a dark period in their lives. Some go through it maybe from early childhood, some go through it during the time, and some again maybe when they get old. But for me, I go through that in a very dark period. So it means that I had to provide for myself at a very, very early age. And for me, I realized that having a good education was the way out. And in order for me to get that at that time, I had to have money. So from a very early age, I saw the importance of having that at the time. So that's why the first thing that go through my head, well, Bo, I need money.
I get you. Well, wait. So you're telling me you went through a dark period. That means you're hiding under the bed then? Dark, anything that they say when you're dark, you go under the bed and hide instead of going to school?
Boys, not even under the bed.
What?
If you want to put it like the wilderness, you can put it like that. But it was a very dark.
Okay. So that means, all right, you hear that? I hear what you say. You used to run away. Is that what you mean? Well, look here. I mean, everybody has some dark moments. So how dark was that dark moment?
It was challenging, I would say, very challenging. As to directions, when you have nobody to give you directions as a child, as a boy, and you're left on your own, that is very challenging. That can be very, very challenging as a child. because you don't know where else to look. You know what I mean? So that to me was a very, very dark period. It was not an easy period.
So where you say you turn man before time?
Yeah, of course. Of course. I listen, I used to work for this man, right? Particular gentleman. And I used to be paid $20 a week. So I work after school and then I get paid $20 a week. So I turned man long time. Huh?
What? You're a hustler, man. Long time. What? You break record. And they say you fast, but you have me. Well, I never see this thing.
You see.
No, man. You can't tell me that. But look here. You tell me around 11, 12, 13, and you say nobody. I ain't understand that. What you mean by nobody? You run away again, you see?
It's I love to use the term that period.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love to use that term, that period.
Yeah.
It find me.
Go ahead. So dark meaning.
You know,
go ahead.
Dark meaning a troubled moment. You see, a troubled time, and I think that actually I didn't understand it at the time. You know, sometimes you go through certain things and you wonder why. You know, at least why now? Why when you look at everybody else have it nice. You know, why you? You don't understand it. And I think it's only now in my life I realize how important I see it as a dark period, but how important it really propels me to be the individual that I am and to invest in the things that I have invested in now. You know what I mean? But I really believe it's because of that moment or that time of my life that propels me to be the individual that I am and actually keeps me going and it motivates me, so to speak. You know?
Oh, I get you. Well, me, a person like me who been through several dark moments, I go ask you about your dark. Because
right.
What you're telling me now is that you didn't have parents, you just happened?
No, my parents, of course I born by a male and a female, right? I was conceived, so to speak. Yeah. I was conceived by a male and a female. But I hold none of them responsible for such. I believe for me as an adult, I understand that sometimes people do things that they think that is the best for their kids. And sometimes it may hurt the kid, or it may hurt the child, or hurt the son, or the daughter very badly. But sometimes for me, I try to understand probably that's what they could have done at the time. That's the best that they could have done. And I give thanks for that. You know what I mean? Because I survived through it all. And probably that was my trial. Probably that was my test. You see, because like I said, you know, the song says, one more valley, one more hill. You know what I mean? And there are other songs that said, sometimes you have to go down a dark path, or sometimes you have to go certain roads just by yourself. As to what period in your life, I don't know. So I always say probably that was my period in life for me to go that road by myself.
Oh, so walking your road, you know what breadfruit tastes like?
Yeah.
You know what fig tastes like?
Yeah.
Oh, so you used to cook?
I used to try a thing, eh?
Look here.
And I know what breadfruit tastes like. I know what it tastes like just roast. I know what it tastes like without any meat. And I know what nothing tastes like also.
Wait. Wait. You're telling me you eat nothing too?
nothing to nothing.
Nah,
You know what I
man.
mean? And I know what it tastes like.
Yeah. So how did you cook that? I mean, because you had to eat nothing for a few days. So how did you cook nothing?
That's the thing. It's the cheapest meal. It's the very cheapest meal, but it's one of the hardest meal to digest. Very cheap. You don't have to like anything. You don't have to do nothing. You just have to go and lie down. But it's hard to digest because your belly hurts you. Right? You
Ah.
just have to go sleep. That's it.
Oh, and but you saying that young? That happened when you were young?
Yeah, young age, very young.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, man, it's very young.
Oh, so that is when you used to run away from school and home and thing. Nice, I get it. Oh, wait, tell me the truth. Why used to happen? You used to run away from licks because you give a lot of trouble. Let's look at it from that side.
No, I was not a child that used to give trouble. I think I was a child that was very vocal. You know, I was a child that used to why. I like the why. Why should I not do that? Why should I not try that? You know, like I get the story once. My mom, who I love dearly, she's my best friend, and my mom beat me twice in life. And the first beat she beat me once was she said to me, I saw she had lettuce, so I said, I want some lettuce, put some in my food. And she said, no, you would not eat it. I said, why? I want to taste it. And she says, it's bitter. I says, I want to taste what it's like. And she gave me the lettuce and I ate the lettuce. And from the time I tasted it, I spit it out. And I got some licks for that. You see what I mean? So I was always the why. Why should I not do that? Why should I do this? You know, and but I was not the child that used to give trouble and stow away and run to go in the pasture to play football and cricket. No, I was not that type of individual.
Oh, okay. I was just figuring out it because I hear you using the word dark, so I thought dark is when children get trouble and they lock them outside. I thought was that what you
No,
mean?
no, 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 no,
You know, that you had to jump through the window and them thing to go inside.
no, 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 no.
Huh? Oh, okay. We get into the musical energy, guys. But hold on, you understand? When you meet somebody for the first time, you have to chat to them. You understand? So you hold on. If somebody say humble beginnings, what? Like that person know you or what? All right. I who's that? Christopher Sylvester Blessings. Yeah. You have a brethren there or what? Hmm? Nice. Anyway. I'm talking to him. I'm minding the business, guys, because he's a wicked artist. You know when we say wicked in Grenada, what we mean? Yeah, understand? Listen, so back, I ain't taking you out of school yet. I'm going back to secondary school.
Mm-hmm.
So you were jumping over into Form 2 and Form 3 and the experience and so on. What you could recall?
From 3, I think was a start of the music for me. From 2, latter part of Form 2. My in Form 2, my dad, I think you might know my dad too, eh? And maybe a lot of your followers might know my dad. My dad was a Calypsonian.
So wait. All right.
So
go ahead.
My dad bought me a box guitar because my dad used to play on ship also before he migrated to the US. And my dad bought me a box guitar, and I started to learn certain things on the box guitar, you know, because like I said, I'm still going through the dark period, and I needed a niche, you know, I needed a shrink, somebody I could have really speak to, because at that time, like I said to you, I'm both an extrovert and an introvert. So for me, I didn't want to tell anybody of what I'm going through, because in Form 1, I've always been that bubbly kind of person. People always feel, you know, loved around me. They feel warm. They feel they can express themselves around me. So I didn't want to show that side. I didn't want to show that I'm weak, you know. I want to show that, yeah, I'm strong, you know. But deep inside, I mean, I know how I'm feeling. I know what I'm going through. I know when I leave school finish, where am I going? You know what I'm saying? So I found that when my dad bought me that box guitar in the latter part of Form 2, I started to play little things, learn little things on the box guitar. And then eventually, there were other guys there, like Springs, who today we know as Springs. He sing calypso, he sing soca, sorry. Timon Phillip, this guy beat drums in the countryside. Gap, most people know him as Gap. You know, we form a school band. You know, and then that's where the music started evolving. But I was the bass man in the band, you know. So that's where it all started for me, and I think it started. That's where I start finding a shrink, because music now becomes my shrink now. You know, the guitar, and then I start going to church with my granny. My granny take me to church, and then the next thing you know, when I reach the church, there wasn't much musicians. So again, you know, that part of the musical aspect falls on me now. And that's where I started to dive more into music. And I realized when I get into music, how relaxed I feel. You know, I forget about the dark place. You know, I don't even think about the dark place.
Oh,
No, I'm serious. You know?
Interesting. But I hear you say some things excellent. We go in there. I hear you say some things and you call some names that are rewinding for you, man. You talk about your father, you talk about granny.
Yeah.
But let me talk father first. You say your father was a calypsonian, a musician, and you hiding him. So you're hiding him. What do you mean? You're hiding him. You used to sing in Grenada?
Yeah, my dad name was Seabot. That's my dad, man.
Wait, that song, you remember the song? That
song. Oh, God, is the time. That's my dad's song.
Oh, Lord. Jesus.
That's my dad.
But that song is like a national anthem, you know.
Yeah, he sold it a couple of years to the Carnival Committee.
Yeah, that song is a national anthem.
Yeah, he sold it to them.
So where you hiding now?
He's in the US now. He's been there for over what, 20-something years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So I see. So you used to be jumping up behind him or with him when he did that song? Where he was?
No, I was home. I was home with Granny, man. I was home with Granny.
I thought you were with him when he was singing that song.
Nah.
Okay. That is a big tune, man. That song has made its name.
Yeah, man.
Oh, so that's where. All right. So things lining up for me now. I get in the picture. All right. So that is a national hero, and the son now becoming a national hero too. All right. Let me leave that there still. Look, let me go back to Granny. Granny had to beat you to go to church. I hear that. Go on.
Yeah, Granny would always be Granny, you know. Granny is your teacher, Granny is your doctor, Granny is your lawyer, Granny is your motivator, Granny is your bank account. That's Granny, you know. So you don't have a choice, you have to do it. And you know, I give her all the respect for that, because she took a lot with us, you know, in terms of growing us up. There was like almost sometimes over 8 of us, you know, and she have to make breakfast for all 8 of us in the morning, cook lunch, you know. So it was tough on her also. But through that, you know, I have learned a lot of good moral values, you know, because when we get up in the morning, you have chores. You either have to clean the yard, you have to go and tie out a sheep, you have to go and plant some peas or do something before you go to school. When you come from school, you have to wash our t-shirt, our shirt that we go to school with. We had to wash that every day. So every evening we come, we have to wash that. And then we have a tutor that we have to wash the wells, clean the kitchen, sweep the yard before we can eat it.
So you don't want the food that smell the food bubbling there. Smelling
That's
nice.
right.
Ah.
Mhm.
So what
Yeah.
you telling me, man, you couldn't just, mommy, granny couldn't just buy 5 shots and put on?
No. Granny, you have, listen, I go through high school, yeah? And I go through high school with, I think it's 3 shots. 3. So, you know, you have to wash that and ensure that it's dry. I had 1 school pants. 1. You know what I mean? And we had to make that do, you know? You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's now you think back about it, I think it really propels me to, you know, to who I am, you know, and I continue with these kind of morals and these kind of values.
Oh, I get you. And so when you start to give trouble, what granny say?
Boy, I never used to give trouble.
Hello, every child, look at.
But
all of us give trouble, man. Don't come and give me like
the thing with Granny is Granny was a perfectionist in her eyes. So if Granny tell you wash the shirt, we wash the shirt, you wash it good, you hang it on the wire. Granny would come and smell under the arm, and you know, she call you back, and you know, that's Granny, you know. Yes, I mean, you know, but for me, I was a runner too. I didn't used to stand up and take licks just like that. I used to run.
Oh,
I scared of
licks, but not as an adult.
I used to run. Yeah, I used to run in school, huh?
You mean you used to walk cross country?
No. If you call back my school, they would tell you I was a very good long distance runner. I used to run the long distance races. I run once or twice, I think, at Intercall, and I placed. I think I come second one year, and I can't remember how much I come the next year. But I only run twice. But I used to run for my Rahamans, which is Yellow House. Yeah, I was not the best athlete, but I used to place and get medal.
I like how you're nice it up. Yeah, you're nice it up. But your house used to always come last.
No, we used to. In my time, I don't think we ever placed last. The house that used to come last a lot of times was blue.
Hey, when you're exposing them people and them, man. No, sorry, you hear what you're doing out there. I get you. So going back to this, school finish. What happened? Tell me about that. Take me to the end of secondary, because we give Granny enough trouble.
After secondary, you know, in my last year, I find a job, because as I said to you, I was not interested of a profession or anything. I just wanted to make money. I wanted to ensure that I could be able to sustain myself. So I got a job. Before even exam come out, I got a job. And while, you know, the first job I got was a waiter. As strange as it sounds, you know, I got a job as a waiter. And I said to the guy, because we used to go to church on Saturdays. I said to the guy, hey, listen, I can take the job, but I won't be able to do Saturdays. He said to me, it's a waiter, bro. If you have that comes with the job. I says, you know what? Let's just forget about it. I'll find something else. He said, no, okay, it's all right. You will get the Saturday after. I said, okay, that's cool. And one thing that stays with me about that job I wouldn't call the place. But the thing that stays with me about that job, my very first paycheck was the biggest paycheck I ever got. It was $749 and I think it's 50 or 60 cents. $749.50 or 60 cents. That was my biggest paycheck. The very first
one.
one.
School at 25 then? You got a lot more?
No, I left school when I left school at 17.
So you make
17 and I started working.
Go ahead. You make a big money.
For me, it was a big paycheck because I'm not used to getting all this money. I used to $20 a week, as opposed to $749 and some cents. I mean, that was big to me. And but for me, I always put 100 in everything I do. So I learned the work, I learned the waitering, and then afterwards I had to make up my own tables, spread my own tablecloths, put my own flowers down. But all during that, I was heavily involved in music. During all of these, I was heavily involved in music. And then afterwards, I decided, what? I want something better for myself. I don't want to just stay in just to serve tables. I want to be something else. And then I moved on from that. And I used to work at the airport for a while. And then I decided that's too boring for me. I need something where that can have purpose. I want to do something. I want to be involved in something that can have purpose. I want to be involved in something where I can help persons that went through the same thing like me. Persons that have been struggling, persons that have been trying to find themselves. And I realized if I stay there, that won't work for me. So I moved on. Yeah.
Interesting. So, who you spending money on?
I saved it heavily, boy. I'm very good at savings.
Oh gosh, well I say I catch you now. I
was very, very good at savings.
I was about to say, well, at that age, why is it never the person that eat the money?
No, I think from since primary, or from the move from primary to secondary, I think from there I can consider myself as somebody who was a very focused individual. I knew what I wanted, and I didn't want any distractions. Because as I said very early, I had to fend for myself. So I tell myself, if I have distractions, I may lose that track, and I don't want to lose that. You know what I mean? Because the one thing I've realized from there is, one, you have to go through certain things by yourself, and sometimes when you really want the help of persons, they are not there. You might need something and they may not be able to give you. And I'm not saying they are greedy or they are this. No, I'm saying sometimes they just can't really give you at the time that you need it. You know what I mean? And that for me stuck in my head. So I was always very focused. I have to prepare for myself. Yeah.
Oh, great. I thought you were just didn't like people, Some people,
No.
Like
No.
Okay, artist. The artist in you start to kick in early. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very early.
So that forced you to alter that now. But you studied music while you were in school.
I never really studied music. Never. I've never been to a music school to study music. I just started to play music around guys and started to find my own niche, started to look for my own sound. Because in my head, I knew I just wanted to be different, So I though I may learn, like for example, I'd have learned all the bar chords from the guys in the guitar, and I love the acoustic guitar, so I fell in love with that, because the piano I loved it, yes, but my thing is I always had to get batteries. I didn't have money to buy batteries. You see what I mean? But with the guitar, I can pick it up anytime. and just play it. And then I built a love for the guitar. There is just a something about the acoustics that works for me, you know. So after I learned the back chords from the guys that I'm playing with in school, I started to improvise, you know, open chords. How does that sound? Add something. Sometimes I don't even know what the chord was at the time, but it sounds good. I like it, and I keep it in my little bank. You know what I mean? But I've never really been to school to learn about music. You know, it's afterwards as an adult, as I started more into the music, I realized that, hey, you need to learn music, you need to understand music, and so forth and so forth. But from that time, no. So a lot of my years in playing music, I never been to a music school or so to learn any music or so.
Oh, interesting. But I mean, look how you grew up now, and you're into music. But hold on, in Grenada you can't survive on music. That's what they say. So I saying it as all the people say. You must have done some things before music. You must. You ain't jumping that gun there for me. You must before you jump into music. Your man shall not live by bread alone. I don't know what work he did. So tell me.
I'm an individual that I love to work. Yeah, as I said, because for me, I know that, hey, you have to work. You know, and I don't like handouts. I never liked handouts, because for me, I don't like when I want something, I need something, and I have the ability to do it, but yet I would sit down and say, hey, can you give that to me? No, I never liked that. So I started to work from a very early age and pumped what I can pump. On the side, I balance myself and pump what I can pump into my music. From my salaries, I would take from my salary, buy a guitar, save up and buy a guitar, save up, buy a laptop, save up, buy little cables. That's how I did it for the music. And I was very fortunate, very, very fortunate to have met Afiba McQueen. And I must call his name, because when I met Afiba McQueen, I think Afiba McQueen was like, how can I put it? It's like the gas in the tank for me. You know what I mean? Because he gave me more to keep moving, you know, because I was already somebody who always on the ball, and then he gives me more and says, hey, whoa, Luxon, yeah, we can do it, bro. We can do it. And a lot of the things that I've done in terms of music, recordings, production, Afiba McQueen is a very key element behind it. So my salary is how I work. I used to take little monies and put it into there, you know, put some towards the recordings. By Afiba McQueen, some of them he would have done it free. Some of them we take whatever I have. You know, if it's $200, something that may worth $400-500, he may say, Luxon, just give me $200. I give him $200, and voila. You know what I mean? So a lot of the music thing was not just money, the hard cash. You know what I mean? Because I think it was more of a love thing. And in between both of us, and he said to me, you know, he said to me, like, sometimes even this afternoon, because I was there by him this afternoon. That's why I was rushing to come on here, because I came from Afiba, because we are working on a new project. And he was saying to me, you know, Luxon boy, you have done so much things for me. I said, bro, I haven't done anything for you. I haven't done anything for you. I have just been there for you. That's all I've done. You know, I wish I could have given you more, but I haven't done anything. And he says, that's the thing about you. You don't understand when you give to somebody, and that's a good thing. I was like, yeah, wow. So Afiba McQueen, for me, he has been a great motivator, you know, a great help in getting me to where I am in terms of music-wise, and getting it out there.
Oh, interesting. So you jump to the music without telling me the thing that give you the money to pay for the music. So you walk
My salary?
Why you walk the road?
Just my salary. just my salary. Just my salaries is like I work, because apart from just Like now, I work with Secret Harbor. At the time, I was working with La Faible. I worked with them for like 4 years, and I'm also no, I was the head of maintenance there, and
okay.
and apart from being the head of maintenance, I'm a certified diver. So sometimes I dive, and that again brings in some income also. So I would budget and say, you know what? If I do 3 dives, if I do 6 dives for the month, I'll take the dive money and put it towards music.
You serious?
I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
So wait, you live in land and go underwater?
Oh yeah.
For what? You're serious?
It's nice down there. Listen, it's very peaceful under the water.
Are you serious, brother? Are you crazy?
Yeah, man. You should try it someday. You should try it, man.
Why are you going down there and do?
To see what's there. You should try it. You should try it.
So you telling me you going down there and swim like fish? I crazy then?
It's nice, man.
Oh, it's nice. Okay, so how you go down there? Just like that, naturally? Why is it? Why is it?
No. I use tank because we go down 60. I'm certified to go down between 60 to 80 feet.
What?
Yeah.
Boss,
somebody says he has no branch. I see somebody right there that he has no branch.
Yeah, that person right. You're so right. Tell him that for me, please. Why you go down there and look for mango? I can get mango down there. Hey, what is this? So what you going along there and do? I mean, I know, like, you serious, brother? You go down there to write songs?
No. I go down there to work, man.
But seriously, bro, is there work under the water that just died?
Oh yeah,
for Lambi or something?
No. There are lots of work like I do. We do sometimes sea chains, like the anchors down on the ocean bed. So sometimes you have to check it. The markers, some of the channel markers, you have to go down and check these channel markers. Make sure that the chains are intact. Sometimes it busts. Sometimes it's corroded after a period of time. It needs to be changed. They're gone. If that happens, then the boat don't have any directions how to go. They may run adrift. So now you have to put this back into place. You have to go down shackles, your hammer, pong, under the water, organize, and then you come back up. It's fun, man.
But you're good, yes.
It's fun.
It's fun where I can't see the sun, no, sir. Wait, that's your next song. You need to write your next song. Where I can't see the sun. No, man. Well, that's interesting. So you have to hold your breath. Are you fed by something from on
I'm
top?
fed by the tank. No, I have a tank on my back.
Okay. So you're not afraid? I mean, I stick it on because this is amazing. You're going 80 feet. I mean, people just put their head under the water and then you jump back up. That's life.
No. Okay. The thing is, you have your tank on your back, right?
Mm-hmm.
My tank, a scuba tank, gives me half an hour, between half an hour to 45 minutes max, at 80 feet down depth. That's for me based on how I breathe. What is key for me when I going down, if I'm going down at that depth, I have to equalize myself. So it means that I have to stop. I take 2 stops and going down. I don't go down. You can't go down one lick, of course, because obviously it's pressure. So at maybe 20 feet, I would stop. I equalize. Equalizing simply means when you feel the pressure comes to your head, you hold your nose like this and you blow. It's like you're in an aircraft. And sometimes you find like your air is blocked. You can yawn and it opens It's the same principle with diving, because it's pressure. It's just like in the aircraft, pressure up there. Under the water is pressure again. So when I feel it at 20 feet, I stop, I equalize myself, take a little fives, then I continue to descend. I reach at almost about 60 feet, I stop again, I equalize, I relax, and then I go down. And I'm fine.
Mad. I turn in and come back up, but you're mad. Why you explaining for me? Speed, brother. Speed.
But even no, but you see, no, but you see, Doc, listen, that again too, even when you're coming back up, you cannot come back up fast. You have to take your time and come back up, because you can kill yourself.
What I do, I go there. Tell me, go ahead.
You always have to take your time in descending and also in ascending. You have to equalize. You have to let the pressure equalize, because if there is too much pressure in your head, of course, you know what that causes, because it can go directly to your lungs, swell your lungs, and most people, they catch what people normally call bends, and it's a very dangerous thing. Some people, they come out, they never say a word, that's it, they die. And most time you catch bends is it's either some part of your body break up or whatever. It's not a good feeling. So that's why it's important to always educate yourself about diving and using scuba tanks. It's certainly not for Lambi. If you have to do Lambi, maybe you have to have your bag underneath and packed in the bag and let somebody pull it up. But you see, most of the times, and I've seen that from some of my colleagues, persons who I know diving and bends, most of them who have cut bends are people who diving for Lambis, because Lambi is something that moves very fast in the water, so they're trying to get as much as they can, and with the up and down, of course it's too much. But for me, it's cool.
Well, I will get me food online. It's so exciting, but I'll get my food and land. You're a grandmaster. Look at all the science you're giving me there now. Look at my troubles now.
Yeah, you have to
watch all of that. I mean, no, man. I just want to jump in the water and jump out. Excellent, but you're bad. You're bad. You're a grandmaster there now. Well, I hope you're teaching us that soon. Pass it on to someone. Me who afraid of water, if the water touch me, I run, it and ball. Go on. So that's how you can hold your breath. So we will get to that. All right.
It's nice. It's very nice.
On a serious note. How is down there? On a serious note, killing all the laughter.
Under the water is very beautiful. It's very peaceful. When you go down there, sometimes when I go down, even if I do recreational, like there is a dive site just outside of Grandlands called the Bianca Sea. And that site is so interesting. It's so nice. It's so amazing. And you learn new things, because the first time we were going to this dive site, I saw the guys, they had nuts, they had apples, and I think they had bear or something. And I was like, but we going down 60 feet down. Why are you going down there with these things to do? I thought they were going to feed something. But the Bianca Sea is a ship that sunk a couple of years outside Grenada. It caught a fire and it sunk.
Yeah.
When we went down, right? We went down the dive site. The ship is like in good condition still. And of course, it's a home for a lot of fishes. You see a lot of colorful fishes there, yellow, red, beautiful fishes, and they swim with you. And that's what makes it beautiful. It's like they're not scared of you. It's like they're happy to get somebody that comes around like a stranger, Yeah, it feels real nice, And I was like, okay. We reached down on the ship and we dived down through the steps, going down to the bottom of the ship, actually to the belly of the ship. And I saw they came up in the water tank. And when we came up into the water tank is only half full.
What
and at 60 feet, at 60 feet down. Yeah.
What is it?
Imagine we can dive down through the ship, come up in the water tank, remove our gears, eat something at 60 feet down, and come back out.
No, sir. Mm-mm.
It's amazing, huh?
That is that sounds nice, but no. That
It's amazing. It's amazing, bro.
sounds like an
It's
adventure.
amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, of course it is.
Wow.
Trust me, it is.
Wow. 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 Okay. One day, give me about 10 years to train. One day, don't worry.
10 years?
Yeah.
Oh no, you can do that in just about a week. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're the master there. You say so. What? Me? Master. I was saying the garden here. Limited. I didn't have to dive to get no fig and bread and yam and thing. I was saying, enjoy our adventure. I was like, wow, awesome. That's very interesting. You know,
Yeah, it is, man. It is.
under the sea, whatever. Who sing it? Ariel? Under the sea. All right, good. Anyway, out of the long breath that you're holding down there,
Uh-huh.
said, how come then you're so good at these things? Why you shift to music, brother? Why you didn't just let go the music?
I'll tell you why. You know, I never look for music. I never was interested in music. Never. I never was interested in music. I never go looking for music. I never wanted to say, okay, that I see myself playing music. I think music find me. It found me. And that's the interesting part about it. And for me, I owe myself. It lends itself to me, and I have the responsibility to carry it on. That's how I see it. You know, so, and especially somebody would ask me one time, why gospel music? You know, somebody had asked me that, why gospel music? And I said, because it's spiritual. You know, and note, I want to make a note that it is not church, but it's spiritual. You know, it is not church, but it's spiritual. And if you listen to my music, you would see definitely the difference with my type of gospel music. You know, it's a music that really speaks about how God worked for me. You know, it speaks about what I've been through. There is even a song that I've sung in the 2017 music festival called Changes. It's on YouTube. And if you listen to that song, it's a song that talks about my struggles, because like I said, it's easier for me to speak to music than speaking to somebody else. Because the thing about the guitar is that the guitar never, ever, ever wanted to tell me you don't want to hear me. Every time I pick it up, it's ready to go. You know, I can play it as hard as I want. You know, even if I'm angry, I can play it. And he would never say to me, hey, Loxton, put me down. You know what I mean? So for me, that niche, that what I find helped me to be patient. It helped me to be kind. It helped me to understand that, hey, people also go through the same thing that you're going through. And hey, if God used you as a pillar, then it means that you have to lend support to the persons that are going through that now. You see what I mean? So that's why for me to do any other work, music must be the fiber of my being.
So you're selfish towards music then?
You can say that.
You're biased, you're selfish, everything is for music.
Everything. Everything, man.
Your
Everything.
music is everything music. Yeah?
Everything is music.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Everything.
Everything music. Nice. So on that note, it means then that you could have chosen something else, because you tell me about August is the time. So how you reach in gospel, brother? How you reach
I
there?
tell you how. I'm going to go back again to Granny. Now, while going to church with Granny, remember, I never used to sing, as I said to you. I just used to play. I was a bassman. And we used to play in the school band. And at church, I used to play. I was forced to play the rhythm because one of the guys there was already a bassman, but there was no rhythm player, so I didn't have a choice. And then my dad bought me the acoustic, so I started to learn to play the rhythm guitar. And there in church, I just playing. I playing for different groups and so on, and for the service and so on. And then one day, a gentleman in church said to me, why you don't sing a song? All you're doing is just playing. Sing a song. And that stuck with me. That stuck with me. So I went home and I said, if I have to sing a song, I want to sing my own thing, because I have too much thing to express. And I need certain things to come out from me still. You know what I mean? I have too much thing to express. And then I went and I sit and I wrote a song. And the first song I wrote is a song called God Is There. And I wrote that song and I decided I'm going to sing it the next time I go to church. And when I went to church the next time, I went up. I was nervous as hell. I can tell you that. Because vocally, I don't know, because I'm not a singer. I'm a musician and I'm a player. And when I went and I sang the song, I never forget that experience. When I sang that song, the church was quiet. I felt embarrassed, because the entire church was quiet. Because they were quiet, like, maybe say like five seconds. Sometimes you sing a song, and as soon as you finish coming onto the, but I didn't get that. I get a silent. And then afterwards I get the, and then I says, wow. And everybody was like, what? But you good, man. You sound really good. You should write more songs. You should do more music. I was like, okay. I think I'll do that. And it actually helped me as a person, like I said. It helped me to be happier. It actually helped me to appreciate the things that I had around me, to appreciate the people that was around me at the time, who I had in my circle, which was very small and still is very small. So for me, music, I would say music is like the blood that will flow into my veins. If I give it up, I die. Yeah, man. It's like the blood that flows through my veins.
Oh, interesting. So you're telling me now that music came to you, and so you
Yes.
advantage, you take, as the old people would say, you advantage music.
I swallowed it up.
So to flip the thing again, I go ask you. So, what was your first calypso?
I never wrote a calypso. Never. I never wrote a calypso.
So you make that effects then?
I think he was proud. I think he still is very proud. Knowing what I have become, and seeing the road that I've taken, I know he's very proud of that. And the thing about him is that he appreciates all music, and I love that about him. He embraced that. And for me, just like me, I embrace all music. I embrace all sorts of music, because I believe music is a universal thing. I believe music comes from above. So for me to discriminate any type of music, I think I'll be well out of place to do that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to pause, because I want the people to hear your voice. All right? I want you
Mm-hmm.
pause a bit. I want to play this so that the people could hear your voice because I hear you talking, and the man could hold breath and go down along 90,000 feet.
Ah,
Not, that's not what you say, guys. Anyway, but I want them to hear your voice. Pause for a while. I want them to hear your voice. You ready for that?
mhm.
So, 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 in the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy covering me. Even when I'm rejected by the brothers that surrounds me, God has covered me. In the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy covering me. And even when I'm rejected by the brothers that surrounds me, God has covered me. I have a reason to worship God, a reason to praise Him more. I wanna cry, I wanna go deeper in worship, yeah, and deeper in service, more and more. When my troubles are mounting, I still see mercy
Hold on.
covering me.
Hold on. That fella getting on too much, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. Eh? You could turn on your mic now and talk to me. You could talk to me. Who is that
Yeah,
guy
man.
there? Who is that guy? That is a different guy I see on stage here. Who is that guy on stage?
I tell
Who
you,
is that guy on stage?
when I do music and when I perform, is I don't know about showmanship. Um, I don't know about performance, so to speak. You know, um, when I'm there, it's like I'm in a different place. I'm in a different world. You know what I mean? Um, because this song is so emotional. It's an emotional song piece for me, and that's why I said to you earlier. And if you remember, I said it's spiritual. It's not churchy. You know what I mean? Um, you know, after you would have given service to persons and for so long. You know, I just spoke about Afiba McQueen, and I told you of the things that he have done for me. And you know, when I would have said to him, you know, man, you have done so much for me, and he would have said to you, no, you have done plenty for me. And as a result of how you treated me and how what you did for me and how you treated me with respect and so on, today doing that for you is nothing, Loxon. And that is a heavy thing to taking. But when you are around a people that you have give your service to, and then these people at the end of the day would turn around and banish you, that's not an easy feeling to taking. And that's what propelled me to write the song. So the song Reason to Worship is a very true song. It's a true experience. You know what I mean? And it's something what I would think was good I was doing, and to the church it was like, no, you're doing something that was wrong. To go to a gospel concert, and to them it was like, no, you should not go to another gospel concert. You should stick only to play inside of the church. And I decided, no, I don't think God gave me a voice or give me a message or give me a life to just share within the walls of the four walls, but also to go outside. And they was like, no, if you go, then that means you're not part of us. You're not doing what is right. And I was like, wow. But I still went there.
You walk the road.
I walked the road, man.
Yes, man, you walk good. So because I find, I mean, I kind of like that one, because I find the guy just balling like somebody beating him. So I wanted to
Come
know,
on,
well, that kind of vibes,
it's a
you
song
know,
with deep emotions, man.
yeah.
Deep, deep,
But
deep emotions. Yeah.
yeah, I want to hear it again. Hold on, hold on. You ready for it?
Uh-huh.
Let me put him on.
Even when I'm rejected by the brothers that surrounds me, God has covered me. In the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy covering me.
So you're talking about sorrow. Well, why is this sorrow that you want to tell us about? Because you're singing it in the song. Why is this sorrow? You're a big artist. Why is this sorrow? Because a lot of people connect to the tune. What is this sorrow? I hear dark things, sorrow. What is this? Have I
Sorrow.
just, what is sorrow?
Sorrows. I compile it in a lot of different. How can I put it? Um, for example, that came from my upbringing, the troubles that I have been through. Um, and even after I come out from that stage, and you're in a place where you think that you are well accepted, not because of what you can give, but you are accepted as a brother. You are accepted as someone that is of value. And but you see your need, you see the need of going farther. And for somebody to tell you, um, you can't do that. You're not supposed to go. I tell you, you can't go, because if you go, you're going to support the devil. And I know I'm doing something that is spiritual. How can you tell me that I can't go? Because if I go, I am doing something that is of the devil. Because it clashes with what a Sabbath night. Because these churches have what you call the Friday night, so you're not supposed to be out after 6. You know what I mean? This kind of talk.
Yes.
And you telling me I can't go to a gospel event, I can't go to minister in gospel music, and if I go, I'm going to support the devil. That to me, didn't sit well. And that's what the song says. Even when my brothers rejected me, I still see the mercies of God. So that propelled me to a new level of understanding that, hey, you need to get to know God and understand Him for yourself. That's the only way you can be at peace with even your own self, even as a spiritual person. And even if you say, okay, I am a Christian per se, you have to find that. We need to find that niche to understand and know what God's require from us, because every one of us have different things that we have to give. We have different purpose. We have different values that we need to share to people. And if an organization going to say to you, hey, this is not according to the doctrine of who? Is it the doctrine of God, or is it the doctrine of yourself? So that to me was really a hurtful part for me. It was really hurting to see that I would have been there and do so much for them, and then for you to say I can't do that, it means that I have to stay within the walls. Then for me, how am I spreading the message? How can I motivate people that are going through the same thing that I'm going through? How can I tell people, hey, you need to read your Bible, you need to understand what God says or what God wants from me? How can I do that? So that was really hurtful for me. And then when I see how I have transitioned from that, I says, no, then I have a lot of reason I have reason to worship. You know, there is nobody that can steal my joy because I have reasons. You know, I have purpose. You know, I have reason to praise him because you can't stop me from praising him. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the reasons. I've been through hell and back. So
What? No, but wait. So I wonder who was there to catch you when they kick you out of the church.
God, yes, God, you know, God is
Wow.
there and God's still there. You know,
So
still
man
there.
kick you out, and you were still supported by the master himself.
Hmm.
So you have a reason to worship. So now I understand that. But that's the moment when you're supposed to just drop things and drop all arms and say to hell with everything, man.
Man,
So
I tell you, because you see, that's why I go back again to the early dark place. So when this happened, it brought me back to where I was before and says, hey, listen again. This is your road to walk. You walk that road. I showed you that in the beginning, very early in the early stage of your life. High school, you had to fend for yourself. At a period of time, you had to fend for yourself, get what you need. You had to work, school work. Now, you are at that stage now. You should understand that, hey, this is your trial. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit and sunk? Then it means that you are going to take your talent and you're going to bury it in the earth. When you bury it in the earth, then how does it come? How does it have any purpose? Then what's your purpose? What's your purpose again now? What's your purpose here? You know what I mean? So in order for you to continue the purpose, I have to put you through these trials. I have to shape you for where I want you to be. You know what I mean? And that's how I reason it out. That's how I reason it out. So even though it was painful, you know, that's how I reasoned it out. I said, hey, that's another stage. That's another lesson for you. Keep moving on. Because gold, when they find it, it is not gold. It must pass through the fire first. And after it comes from the furnace, then you know if it's gold or not. You know what I mean? And that's how that's why I was really able to overcome.
oh, interesting. A reason to worship. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, man.
So when people turn your back and you ain't really giving that up. And you
No, you
continue
can't.
doing music and doing music and doing music. But so
Yeah.
what's about the I mean, everybody has some negative thoughts in their head. Apart when you take a break, how did you cope then? Because everybody thinks of it, well, I can say this is it, but this is not it. How were you able to really cope beyond that then?
You know what? There's a motto I have, and I built that motto from since school. If I have no critics, I'm not powered. Critics are a battery for me. Critics are electricity for me. I'm powered by critics. You know, if I have no challenges, it's like I'm hopeless. I'm helpless. And I love challenges. That's why I go diving. You know, I challenge myself. I love to challenge myself. Um, I have different things that I'm involved in. I love to challenge myself. And one of the things that I have formed in 2017, I found my own foundation. And that, for me again, gives me, it propels me more. You know, I found it was very, very, we did a lot through COVID. We're still doing a lot through that foundation. Finally, I have registered the name and it's registered. So we are now doing the legal process and so on. So that again tells me that, hey, this is my purpose. That's what I need to be doing. You know what I mean? So I can't focus my energy on the way how people would feel. I can't focus my energy if somebody think that, hey, you should not go to that gospel concert. It is against the doctrine. I can focus my energy on that. That's your thinking. That's okay. That's fine. Let's not argue. Let's not make it a quarrel. You know what I mean? Abraham said to Lot, listen me. There is two lots before us. You choose. If you choose Sodom and Gomorrah, I'll choose over here. I'll take over here. If you choose the plains here, then I'll take Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot choose. Lot said, okay, I'm going to take Sodom. Abraham said, no problem. And so you see, and they both had their purpose. They both serve their purpose. So for me, I need to serve my purpose because I think I understand my mission. I understand what God really wants from me and what my purpose on this earth is. So my purpose on this earth, I know how I grew up. I know it have people that sleep without any food in their bellies. I don't have much money. I don't have money. I'm a matter of fact, I'm not rich because I work every day. I work very hard, but I'm able to know an institution. I'm able to go to an institution and says, hey, I'm Loxton Mitchell, and I would love to do, this is my foundation. I'm involved in helping the needy, helping people that less fortunate. I would love if you can give me some of your groceries. Can we get it at half price? You know, can you get it at a reduced price? Because this is what we want to do. Presently, we are helping 4 families, you know, and I feel motivated. You know, I feel that yes, that's what I need to be doing. You know, so that gives me peace. That really gives me peace. You know what I mean? And it is my desire to see that. And now I see that the foundation is growing more because now I have people from the US who want to send this, they want to send that, they want to send clothes, they want to send wheelchair, they want to send this. And I realized that we must register it in order that we can get something off on the port so that we don't have to pay that big amount, because it's basically to give back to people, you know. And that's why I said to you earlier on, spiritual, not churchy.
Well, I was about to go there, but you tell me don't go there. So you cannot block me before I go there. Look here, man. Look here. But the thing I would say, well, you see trouble. Why are you helping people for? Where that come out? If you see trouble, you're not supposed to help people.
You know what?
That's what they would say?
That's what they would say. But you know what I say? If I don't see trouble, I can't help a man who's seeing trouble. Because I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? I know what it is. So for example, I know what it feels like to go and sleep hungry. So when a man tells me he's hungry and I look into his eyes, I can feel his pain. I know now I have to give him something to eat. You know what I mean? I have to give that guy something to eat. You know, like one time I went to a school, you know, and in talking children, I realized that while I'm speaking to them, I saw this little one sitting in the corner. But just from looking at him, I realized that child is hungry. And I asked him, I said, "You hungry?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "What you ate?" He said to me, "Some fried bacon, egg. Ate for the morning." I says, "What did you eat for lunch?" And he says he suck a mango. I says, "Okay." And I asked him, I said, "What do you want to eat?" He said to me, "Anything you get, you eat." And I knew that's hunger from a child standpoint, because if a child tells you they're hungry, so then they say, "I'm hungry. What do you want to eat?" "Oh, I just want a lollipop." You know that child, you're not really hungry. You just want a lollipop. But when a child tells anything he gets to eat, that's a sign of that child is really hungry. So for me, because I know how it feels to be hungry, because I know how it feels not to have anything, it propels me to use whatever means that I have, you know, whatever leverage that I have, to use it to help persons so that they can be a little more comfortable.
Interesting. So
yeah,
take us to one or two of your lowest moments then, because you sound like a big inspiration. I see your followers here, people are saying inspiration, wonderful, and I go show them up, wonderful. You understand? I see inspiration, motivation, great inspiration. You see that on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I see somebody here say they could relate. Man, it's like you're touching souls that what ministry out of the church or in the church?
Outside.
Ah, I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, people tend to want to give up easily, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
as a man that walk the road, let's walk through one of maybe one of your lowest moments if you want to share, and how you walk
Right.
out of one of the lowest moments in your life.
Right. One of my lowest moments, yeah, I was redlining the bank. I had mortgage, I had 2 car payments, yeah, and I was redlining, meaning I was a negative. So I'm owing the bank, so to speak, double owings. And at the same time, I was having a lot of issues in terms of, at the same time, with the faith that I used to go to. I was having a lot of dark periods, man, a lot of troubles. You know, oh, you need to do that. You're not going right. You need to do this. And these were playing in my head, right? And I said to myself, I need to stop for a minute. You know, I need to stop for a minute, because I can't continue like that. I have to find a common ground, because it's not healthy for me, because it started to affect my health. You know, started to affect my health badly too. Until one time he sent me to the hospital too. So I was like, no, I need to slow it. So what I did was, I remembered, and that's why I said to people, you know, it depends on how you read the Bible. I read the Bible, yeah, and there are a lot of things in the Bible that you can relate, you can look to and find a niche. And I looked and I remember God said, listen, me man, I make the sparrows, I feed them, I feed the sparrow, but I tell you, I would feed you. I tell you, I would never ever leave you. And then again, that brought me back to my very first dark moment when I was a boy going to school. And from there I remember, but God never leave me for real. It was a long period of time, but he never leaved. He provided for me. So what I did, I said to God, I says, you know what, God? Bless me with my hands and bless me with good health. I prayed for that, and I always pray for that. Bless me with my hands and bless me with good health. Because I believe once I have these 2 things, I'm good to go. You know what I mean? And the first thing that he did was, he gave me a job, construction. And you know where? St. David's. So you see, I can't hate St. David's, eh? See, I can't hate St. David's, eh? He gave me a job, construction. And I worked on that job there by the Catholic Church. They were doing a big wall. And the monies seems like it was going into a bag of holes, because I owed so much into the bank, you know, plus I have to leave, plus I have my car payments. And I said, nah. So all I said, you know what, God, the most important thing that I have a job. So that's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's a start. And it's important for you to always trust the process. You have to trust the process. You know, you have to remember these things, trust the process, be focused, and stay at it. Because you don't stay at it, giving up is not an option. We must never have given up as an option. That, as far as I'm concerned, I don't even know what that word is. Giving up. You know? And from there, Doc, I tell you, I walked to the bank. I said, hey, listen, this is what I'm working for. That's what I'm earning. You can't take all of it. You have to give me something. I give you something. And the bank worked with me and get me back up. And you know what? I realized something. It taught me patience, perseverance. Persevere, but you wait. You don't know when, but you wait. You keep trusting the process. And I waited. And from that job in St. David's, another job came. And then another job came. And then eventually, I become my own contractor.
St. David's blessed. Who said that?
St. David's is a blessed place, trust me, yes. St. David's is blessed. It's blessed. Because I used to go by Natty. What's his Natty, the little Natty's father. I used to be by him. Yeah, I used to be by him, this Natty Senior.
Oh.
I used to be by him.
Oh.
Rootsman is my friend. Rootsman is my friend. So.
But you're surrounded by giants, man.
Giants, I'm telling you, man.
And Rootsman is foundation powerhouse. You surrounded by Jesus, and look, you become a master powerhouse too. Well, what trouble is this?
So you know, you say something interesting, eh? and that's something interesting you said, and that's also what I did. Is surround yourself around people who can uplift you.
Amen.
Yeah.
You could preach that now. You could preach that. You could preach that. That is value. That is value. And you'll find a lot of that in St. David's. Anyway, I mean, I don't want to blow St. David's trumpet too much. I want the other people to vex, you know. Something good about St. David's, and I ain't mentioning too much. You understand? but we're going to dig it now. But is there really value in music? I'm not saying in what you do.
Right.
Is there really value in music? We'll get to the other points, but I want you to clear up that early for the person. Although we're talking music, we're talking holistically. But is there value in music?
Of course. There's a lot of value in music. Yeah. And when you say value, you mean like in returns?
And returns on your investment, some gains. Can a future be built? What you seeing? Like the fortune teller. For music, not for you yet, not for you, for music.
In terms of money gains, I say no. In terms of motivation, in terms of to motivate, in terms of to steer, in terms of to assist, in terms of what else can I say? Helping with the younger generation in following the path of taking music positively. You know, I'm not talking about music that would affect them negatively, but to affect them positively. Yes. But in terms of money wise, here, no. And there's a reason why I said no, because one, we don't even have a music school. We don't even have an academy. We don't even have something that we can say, all right, the musicians that are there now, like for myself, to say, hey, let's have a foundation, or let's have something, some organization where we as musicians can pump monies. You can say, all right, you know what, put $500 in, you know, if whatever it is, and then we build something to say, then we can say, all right, a musician can survive from that. You know what I mean? But for here, no, it's difficult. Even internationally, it's still even difficult. I mean, you get royalties, of course. Like for me, I get small royalties from mostly my music played a lot in Europe. You find that more on the European side, and you get royalties, but it's very small. It's nothing big to talk about. Something that you can live by. You're thinking about maybe every quarter you get something, maybe 100 and something US, max maybe 150. You know what I mean? That's not something you can live by. You know what I mean? So I think in terms of we that aspect of value in terms of money, we have a long way to go in Grenada per se, because there's nothing here for basically how you can get back your monies, and especially maybe the soca artists might have a better grip that they can get something back on the carnival end. At least they have that. But for the other sector of the music, in terms of the R&B, in terms of the reggae artists, in terms of the gospel artists, there is not something there. I know that there is something in Canada where the musician put monies into there. So what you find happening is that you are registered as a musician. I think the Creative Arts started something good. That's a good start and a good way to go. But they have where you are registered as a musician. So what would happen is that anybody that needs you as a musician, there is a standard price. They say, okay, as a guitarist, and they scale it, A class, B class, C class. So you want an A class guitarist, you have to pay at least $100. And I believe even in COVID, during COVID, all musicians was being paid, even if they were not working. But you see, there was a fund there for them. You see what I mean? So, but in terms of here, we in Grenada, in terms of here, I don't see. No, there is no value. No, in terms of money, no. It's more of love.
Oh, and I like music so much, man. You make me kind of sad, you know.
Love.
So better show me guitar then. I should show me guitar. What you say?
No, you have to play it. Now, Seth, you have to play it, man, and give more love.
Well, with that, I want to add this song so that maybe we could get some motivation from this one, and I will ask you a question about it. All right?
Cool.
So, hold still. I want to play this song.
It's a treasure of my heart and of my soul. In my weakness, you look merciful. Redeemer of my past and present wrongs, holder of my future days to come. Your presence is heaven to me. Your presence is heaven to me. Hallelujah. Your presence is heaven to me. 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 Come on. Your
All right. Man, I was about to start singing it too. You're telling me, oh my goodness. Talk to me about that one day. Talk to me about that. What? Where is that? That's not Grenada, brother. Hold on. That's not Grenada.
Yeah, it was.
That's Grenada?
Yeah, that was on a ship. I came here. Yeah, they came here and they contacted me to do some music. Now, you see, things like these, you get something. You know, thing like this, you get something. You're contracted now to do something. But this song is a cover song, so this song is not an original. But it speaks to me, meaning that I can express myself in the song, and that's something I do, especially when I do covers. I take the song, I make it mine. You know, and of course, it's, for me, it's a song that wherever God exists, wherever the presence of God is and it exists, you know, I think that's all you need. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is heaven. That definitely to me is heaven, because you get all your strength from that. You know, because God is the source of your strength, eh? And for me, we must never forget that. So I knew that from my fact in my head that He is my source. As long as I stay focused and I stay true and I hang on to the source, then I'm good. You know, so that song speaks volume to me, and it's a song I love a lot. I think I do that cover mostly everywhere I travel.
I got you, man. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
See, of course, you own this stuff, man. So let me tell you now. Let me tell you before I ask you. Why you so bad then? Let me ask you. Why you so bad? You international. Yeah, man, you're international. So I'm talking now because, I mean, why you so bad? When you drop a tune there, your energy just sailing across the world. Or you bad so? So tell me where you get all the extra training that thing, man. Now you're holding back on me, man.
But I think my energy comes from one from knowing that I have to do it. That's one. It also comes from seeing that what I've been through and I overcome through God. That gives me it gives me a release. You know, it makes me feel, yes, you know, that really God really exists for real. Because if he didn't, I mean, I don't think I'll have that energy. You know, I don't think I would have been there. So if you notice, sometimes when I sing, like I said to you, I don't even know if the audience is there. I'm in a different place. I'm in a different world. And sometimes there are certain lines that kind of hit me. If you notice, sometimes I smile while I sing. It's like, yeah. You know. So it comes from, it propels from me going through all of what I've been through and still see how God have helped me and kept me from not going down the easier path. The easier path is just to stop, just to give up, you know, but has propelled me and kept me going to do more. Because we are still doing another project now again, musically. And you know, sometimes you know that something needs to be done, but you know that persons need you. And that's why I say to people, never complain. Then you have some people that complain and say, oh, but it's only me, every time it's me. But use it as a motivation. Use it as a motivation. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's just you that have the niche to do it. You that God give the courage to do it. You know, it's like, I remember that story very well with Moses. When God said to Moses, go to Israel and take my people from captivity. Moses said, I can't speak. How can I go and speak to Pharaoh to let these people go? Moses said, take Aaron. And God said, no, I choose you. If you want to take Aaron to go with you, that's fine. It's okay. But I don't want Aaron, I want you. You know? So that's where I channel all my motivation through all of those things, you know, and I bring it out into the music because, as I said, the music comes from a very deep place. You know, you don't just come from here, and you don't just come because I can write a song. No, it comes from a very deep place. So it means that there is strong connections. There is deep meaning behind it. I don't just sing music because I just feel like I want to sing, or I like to sing, or I think I can sing. No, I do it because there is a reason, there is a purpose. You know what I mean? And I have to do it. I have to keep doing it.
I get you. But you're so bad when you know what I mean. You're so bad. You're so good. Why are we bringing in foreigners? When that voice you had, I see somebody put up voice is like Jesus. When we have men like you here who could just turn up the thing, why only? And I mean, you have local other gospel artists in Grenada. What going on with us?
Yeah, there are others. I think one of the thing is, Doc, and I would tell you again. Yeah, I think in the gospel fraternity, um, I think a lot of the gospel artists, they don't take craft. They don't take the craft seriously, and that's a problem. I mean, I must admit it. They don't take the craft seriously, and that is something. As I always say to them, you know, when I started all this music, before I even went out, because I started with a band called All Anointed. I formed the band together, put the band together, and we stayed 1 year inside to rehearse and to build a chemistry among ourselves before we went out. And when we went out, Shantimel used to have, I think they still do have the Shantimel Day, Shantimel Fest, where they started off with a gospel concert.
Anti-fair.
That was the first place that we went. And when I went, I said, you know what? We are going to see if we can get a little spot. And we went and begged for a spot. Hey, we want to be on your show. And the lady says, okay, all right, no problem. We give you 2 songs. And that was it. The rest was history. You know, every church, every gospel concert, every event wanted to call us to perform. And we went and we did it. And I look at that because, as I said to you, everything I do, I put 100 into it. You know, I take my craft seriously. And I think that's the reason why I've been called on the international scene. You know, my first play out was, I think it was St. Vincent. You know, and when I was called, I was like, is that person serious? I thought it was a prank, you know what I mean? You know, I really thought it was a prank. And it was like, the first thing they asked me, is this Loxton Mitchell's manager? I was like, I don't even understand what they're saying. You know what I mean? So it's because, and then I see that it's because that I take my craft seriously. You know, I take what I do seriously. I put my energy into it. I put the practicing, you know, I put the branding in, because that's another thing as a gospel artist or as any artist. You know, you put the branding in, you have to pump monies into it, you know. And I think that's a lacking on some of the gospel artists behalf on their side. They really don't pump the craft into it. So you find it's difficult to go as a body to an entity to say, hey, we want to form what we're going to call a gospel festival every year. How many gospel artists you have that can actually put on something so good, you know, presentable to the public? You know, so I think going forward in that side of things, it's difficult. It's difficult to get there, because some of them, they really do have an ego, you know, like, oh, they're big and they have it, and you know. So for me, and I'm for somebody like me, I'm still moving with all of the plans that I have and all of the projects that I have. So I still can't wait for them to get to that place, you know. So I still do bookings outside. I still go out, do it outside, but I want to focus a lot and bring in a lot of it to some of the younger gospel artists that are coming up, because for me, I'm getting old.
Yeah, man, look at her. With all these grandmasters I see performing there. All when you're 90 something, you're still singing. You understand? But I like the approach, you know. I like the approach to grow the thing. And So that's what I wanted to get clear here, because is it that the gospel artist thinks that doing gospel has to be churchical? You know what I mean? What is blocking? Because some of the top musicians and artists are stuck in the church. What going on, gospel artists? Talk to me. Why are they stuck in the church when we have people out there who need to get the message? What going
Well,
on?
it's an holistic thing. I can tell you, it's a holistic thing. Part of it have to do with the belief of the church, because a lot of the churches have different beliefs, and that is a barrier. I say that with no apology. It is a barrier, because every church has its own doctrine, and it's weird. Even you have sister churches that have their own doctrine. You have sister churches that, I mean, when I say sister churches, I'm talking about churches that they go to church on 7-day too, and you would be strange to know that every one of them have a different teaching. You know what I mean? And you can't mingle with that church. You can't go there to play music. You can't, because if you go there, then it means it's wrong. You know what I mean? So it's a holistic thing in that. And then you have another issue now, where even some churches don't support like an independent gospel artist from the church, because they see it as probably he's going away from the church, as to actually help him. Instead of you pray for him and you help him to cushion him. You know what I'm saying? And also, if you look at it if they look at it in that broad thing, you can even gain more persons to come to your church. Because a person would want to be where that worship leader is or where that person is, but they don't see it like that. So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is gospel artists. People, I think, maybe for all artists, but I'm going to speak in gospel side, is that we have to understand something. We are not bigger than the music. Music is bigger than us. We met it here. Music lends itself to us. So we have to be humble to it. You're not the best keyboard player there is, bro. You're not the best singer there is. Get over it. You know what I mean? You're not. I'm telling you, I've traveled to Italy, and when I traveled to Italy to perform, they picked me up from the airport. And when they picked me up from the airport, in the car, they had a nice little cooler there, grapes and apples, and for me to drink and eat and so on. And I went to the band that was rehearsing my song. And let me tell you something very serious. I was scared to take the mic to sing. I was scared to pick up my guitar to play. I'm afraid. It's like I feel like I'm going to embarrass myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like I'm going to embarrass myself. And I said, and the band leader said to me, he says, the MD, he says, I thought they says you were going to play your guitar. I says, nah, I'm playing. He says, no, why? Come on, man. And it's like when you meet them now, they are so humbled to themselves. Then you feel incorporated. Just like this video you're playing there. These guys are geniuses. These guys, we actually practiced that song the evening before the show. These guys are geniuses. So it's like when you go around musicians and you like these guys, it's like this woman that playing, it's like she swallowed her piano. The guy swallowed the guitar. You know what I mean? So how can me as somebody go there and think I can play a guitar? I can't play no guitar. I'm still learning the guitar. You know what I mean? So this is something I think that is also a barrier to gospel musicians. Two, I think another thing, the third thing. So one, the church has an issue with that. Secondly, the gospel ministers, the ego, are not learning to build a craft, because up to now, a lot of gospel artists don't even have what they call a press kit. So you're doing an event, and you would say to to a gospel artist, hey, I need your press kit. And they're like, huh? What is that? What you saying? And some of them, you say, hey, I need a photo, I need a little bio or something. Put it together. Or I need a photo for the flyer. And sometimes they send you a photo. They're standing like this by a tree holding a flower. This is a barrier. So this is a barrier. It is a barrier. So they need to be educated about these things. And then because people already have a certain stigma when it comes to gospel. People, whenever they hear gospel music, they know, oh, you go get a cable making noise, you will get something happening, the worst of the sound. And I think for me, I wanted to break that barrier as an artist, as a gospel artist. You know what I mean? Kila is my friend. Akim is my friend. They all are my friend. And I learn a lot from them in terms of musical and the way that they do things, especially Kila. Because Kila and I, we are, in terms of whenever he's here, we sit and chat sometimes for hours, and I learn a lot of how they do their thing, how they incorporate their thing. Like when they have live shows, how they do their concert, how they do the backdrop, how they do this, how they do that. Because I believe as an artist, you have to invest in your craft. And I think that's where the gospel artists are failing it in a lot of ways, because maybe they think, well, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. But come on, bro, it's not effective. It's not effective.
Interesting, very interesting. So the gospel artist is creating their own funeral and burial.
Of course we are. We are. And they need to change it. Because my thing is, Michael Jackson sang a song and he says, if you want to see the change, look in the mirror. And for me, I don't like, for me, there are no stumbling block for you not succeeding. It's only if you created it. It's only if it's there. Because if there is a block in front of you, you're going from north to south, and there is a roadblock, you will take another route. You see what I mean? It's like I always say to people, like, hey, I'm not angry at anybody, because if I'm going to Sates and I know I have to go to Sates, I know I have to take sometimes 2 buses, 3 buses. The bus that takes me from the terminal would carry me only to the tongue of Grenville, but I can't stop. I just bought another bus because I'm going to Sates. You see, so for us as gospel artists, I think we really need to take a different approach to reach people, and to reach people in a positive way. We need to take that approach. So for me, I would not even go to blame about sponsors and this, because that's what you always say. Oh, people don't sponsor gospel music and people don't sponsor this. But would somebody sponsor something that is rubbish?
Interesting.
So I blame us.
Interesting. So that takes me to the next thought that I'm having, is that the big concert you mentioned, we're looking forward to give ourselves a few months. I mean, we need to have that national gospel festival or concert or whatever it is. So
I would love for us to have a festival. Yeah. That would be my dream come true, to have a gospel festival. But for now, I have what they call Introspect. It was supposed to happen on the 2nd of December. I postponed it. And for one of the very reasons that how I would want the concert. How I would want the concert, Doc, is because we are having delays in receiving some of the stuff. And also in terms of the band is one set too, because I need the band to be, it's not just a concert. You come and you sing a song the band play song and people "Yoo-hoo," and it done. No, I want it to be theatrical. You know, so at times we break down. I go off stage. The backups continue. The lights remain. Then the lights go down. I come back center stage, just a piano. That's what I'm looking at. So it takes a lot of time, and I want it to be. I want it to be AI. You know what I mean? Everything is there in terms of the structures, in terms of a lot of the little integrities. We have that under control. We have received a lot of the things that we need for the concert, cups and boxes and so on, printed and everything already. We have our backstage passes. We have everything. It's going to be, trust me, Introspect would be something really different. I know that's something that the gospel community would see for a very first time, because I know they would not see that. They have never seen something like that in the gospel arena before, because I've been to all of the major gospel concerts on the island. I've been to all of them, and I've been to all of the concerts nationally, you know, and I've been to some of the small concerts that some of the gospel artists would have put on for themselves. I think there is one coming up soon too, and nothing close to that. Because I want to make a difference.
Look here, you're creating problem, you know. You're creating problem because I ready to come to the show. What, you know?
We push it. It's either going to be in May, or it's going to be June.
Okay. Good.
One of those dates, but it's going to be there, because we want to make sure we have everything intact. You know what I mean? Because we're doing it in Grenville Cinema. A lot of people are like, why you do it in Grenville? Why didn't you do it in town? And there's a reason for that, you know. The reason being, it's sentimental, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not St. David's. Right. Man, St. David's has space. What happened to you? St. David's has this space.
Where is St. David's? Can we do it? Where is St. David's?
Holy Christmas. Take last just past here. Take the code. You understand?
You see, based on how we the layout we have, it must be indoor.
I got you. You don't want to come down here. That's fine. That's all right. We don't come up, man. What happened to you? Don't worry yourself. You don't want to come down here. You know, when we build with nice space, we don't come down. You hear them children us behave? When we build with space, don't come down, eh? We will come up. Yeah, we will come up. Don't worry yourself.
That's good.
But we need that. You see, we need that. I mean, coming from Jamaica, and I see where they have the national festival, Just Gospel Street. We right next door. We copying everything from Jamaica. You understand? We eating them.
Exactly.
And here we are refusing to create that energy and that synergy. The people need it. You don't feel everybody wants to go into the church and sit down, brother. You're right. So I like your vibe. Yeah, not everybody wants to go to church. You understand? You want to get that connection outside too. So
of course,
talk to your people and them.
Definitely, man.
Talk to your people. I'm telling them, what you doing us? So we don't hungry for the spirituality too. I'm telling you. Listen. But you're turning up the thing. You're international. I mean, you're bad like that. And I'm saying it. You don't want to say it, but I go say it. With that kind of quality, I think that you're gone clear. So Grenada has another. But use the killer for gospel. Use Mr. Killer is this. What I could call a gospel killer. Oh, but you the baddest. Oh, right, let me stop that. Boy. I need to stop that. Or when you see something good, you had to praise it. And so I have a reason to praise it now. You understand? You know? That's good. We like to see that. And you've been out, I see you've been out to Barbados and so on. I hear you tell me about that. What happened in Barbados?
Yeah, Barbados was a great experience.
Mm.
In 2019, we were called to go Barbados, and Barbados said at the time the expense of the band was kind of hot, so they said at the time, for me and for me, trust me, I love the experience, because I love the fact of also not just playing with just my band, but also to feel from other bands what musicians can bring in. And when they called me, I was only had to go to do it wasn't one awesome day. I think it was Joseph Niles. I think the night there's a Wednesday for that where you have all newcoming artists. They would perform on the Wednesday night, and then the people who is selecting, they would choose whether or not these persons are worthy enough to go onto the big stage, which is Farley Hill. That's a Sunday. That's the major one. And we went there. I went over. I went on the Wednesday night, and then when I got there, well, I'd send the music over to the bands first, and the music sheets and so on, and they played the music and got the music. And when I reached there, I said to the guys who were playing for me, I says, they started to play, and I realized they were playing too educated for me. So I said to them, I says, you know what I need? I just need you guys just to relax and just get your own feel. Stop listening to the tracks. You know the foundation of the music, just get your own feel. And you'll say, you sure? And I says, yeah, I'm sure. Because sometimes people see something in you that you don't see. Because they saw me coming to Barbados as some big artist, some big celebrity. So they want to make sure that they get every nick. The way the snare goes, they want to get that. And I said to them, I said, every time I sing my songs, I want it to sound different. So put a different spin on it. And the guys was like, okay. And they relaxed and they played. And when we played the Wednesday night, the people was like, who is this guy? They were like, who is this guy? So the guy who is in charge of the Farley Hill came backstage after that, and he said to me, is your manager here? And I says, yeah, he's there. And he said, nah, come, let's speak to him. And he speak. He said to me, he says, we are field, but we must have you in Farley Hill. We give you 15 minutes in Farley Hill. I was like, no problem, let's go. And we gone, and the rest was history. And then COVID came and strike, so that kind of keep it down a little bit. So I've already gotten the call for 2024. So it's most likely something might work out. I might be going for 2024 next year, because they already start organizing for next year. And that was a very, very, very good experience for me. It taught me a lot of how when you take your craft seriously, how people take you seriously. You know what I mean? Because the treatment I got in Barbados was a celebrity treatment, and I never had that before. You know what I mean? Even in St. Vincent right there, the treatment I got was superb. You know what I mean? Italy was another great experience for me. Even at the States, Brooklyn, you know what I mean, was very, very, very another serious thing for me. So, man, we need that in Grenada, man.
Yeah, but so it has to come here, brother.
Yeah, man, we need that. Trust me.
You have to start it, so we're coming back at you.
I think so.
We're coming back at you, brother. You and your team need to look there. We need every day hear people calling on radio. God, pray for Grenada, pray for Grenada. We could sing for Grenada. You understand? Because music touch the heart. Amen. Let's not go church, but come on, people. When you have men like all this who's so good. Look at, don't make me get vexed now. All this so good. Yeah. Yeah, and you don't gone already. Use the killer to gospel already. I tell you that already. So we need to get the killer concert. Well, not the killer, but the Loxton killer concert. But you're gone. So you're in your own category, but you know what I mean. So and you know killer go top notch, and I see your work is heading along that line. You understand? That's where you're there. You're gone. But who are these guys with you? These are your musicians or Grenadians?
In which one? And the reason to worship.
The your anointed, was it anointed band you said?
No, that for which one? Yeah, these guys are local. These guys are local. These guys is actually who I normally use when we do events. They are the ones that will be playing for Introspect. The same guys.
So we are musicians.
Yes.
we have musicians. That's so.
Of course we do. We do.
Hello. All right. So some magic has to happen. We have musicians.
We have musicians.
You understand? We're waiting for the show. But you understand? We don't want the churchical show, you know. We want the show that how you see how you're singing in that song then. We want music so people could free up themselves. You understand?
Yeah, but we get them
people to come and get saved, you know. Just sing and they will be saved. You get me?
You hate the karma.
So that all not chase the people here. We don't want all the come and bring up your give your life to Christ. People will give their life. You sing one song. If Loxton alone sing, the church fooling with people. So you now I didn't tell you to open my church, you know. Let me stop that. But at church, kidnap you, they could kidnap you. No, we can't say that, brother. Somebody need to kidnap you. You understand? Somebody not kidnap. Let me take on that word, but that sounds bad. What? Some church need to just support, adopt. You understand you? And make sure you go around and minister, because you sing 2 or 3 songs, that is it. You touch the heart and soul. I mean, come on, man. Anyway, I'll go fix that for yourself, because if I dance all of this would reign supreme forever and ever. Okay, but we love it. So before I have some, I don't want to wrap yet, but I have a lot of things to ask you still. But because of my favorite song that you get me vexed with, and the people who come in late and they miss it, I want them to get a taste of the sweet favorite song again. You understand? I want them to get a taste of the favorite song. So the people who miss it get all they listen to Peter Loxton. I don't want it. This one. Now, man, let me put him back. You hear that?
In the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy covering me. Even when I'm rejected by the brothers that surrounds me, God has covered me. In the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy.
Wait, tell me now, which church I want, you know? Any church out there, look, we have Grenada baddest gospel artist, #1 right now on screen. All you contact Loxton. Loxton, tell them your contact, please. They need to find you. Look here, ministry. Come, tell the people where to find you, brother, because look here now, man. The church needs your support. Talk, Loxton, you talk, man. I can't let your music talk for you now. Where they go find you?
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can even find me on YouTube there too. Yeah, all the social media.
What we type in? What they supposed to type?
Just Loxton Mitchell. Facebook is Loxton Mitchell. Instagram Loxton Mitchell. You can just type that, you'll find me.
Oh, you hear that? And all you want to do some service or some crusade or whatever. Now you don't have that man on it. If all you're having a crusade, you don't have a band, then there's something wrong. You understand? And you don't have to do with any church. All church call him. You're bad like that, man. What? I'll listen it again. One more try. One more try. Don't get me vexed now. At first, I like this song. I hope they don't ban me from playing it. You know, they ban you from playing songs on radio. You know, in Grenada, they don't take the song and throw it in bin and things.
In the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy covering me. Even when I'm rejected by the brothers that surrounds me, God has covered me. In the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy covering me. And even when I'm rejected by the brothers that surrounds me, God has covered me. I have a reason to worship God, a reason to praise Him more. I wanna cry.
No, man, he needs to behave himself. He needs to behave himself right now. You know what I'm saying? He just needs to behave himself. He has a reason, yeah. Guys, we have a reason to have him on set here. And I see my friend from Antigua, they're saying, what? Good evening. You better watch the screen. Eh? She love gospel bad too, you know. So that's another person you need to connect with. What's your name good? Yeah? Antigua is Antigua. Marv, good evening. Good evening. I see you watching there. You need to talk to Laxton to bring him up in Antigua. She's in Antigua right now. Antigua, and then she go fly you over to Jamaica too. Marv, and I see my brethren. Look at no man. All you love the gospel artist, Ibade. Yes, I see my sister who they my brethren Fide a map. Jamaica be love. Yeah, but what is that? No man. Who else I see inside the Christopher? The person have my name in it. Christopher Silver. You know Nakita? I see a Nakita Francis. They saying what? Wonderful, bro. What? That your brother? That your sister? Look at that. Everybody, no, man. You have a lot of people are following you, and you tell me that before you come on here. Something ain't right. That's why I go expose you now. That is the Grenada #1 artist in gospel. And we are glad to have him here showing the love on the arts and the value of the arts. Are they hear he could sing? Now I'm going to show him under the bus now. You get me? I'm going to show him under the bus. Everybody say they just jump to music and they love music, but you have a story to tell about music as therapy. Talk to me. Music as therapy. Talk to your people.
Music. As I said, you know, I needed a shrinker, and I think sometimes everybody do need a shrink, whether it's a best friend. But for me, I was scared of being hurt, you know, in a deeper way. Especially if I confide in somebody and then that somebody will confide in another person, and then I hear it on the street. So I had to find something, and I couldn't find anything, so I kept it inside. And as I said, it was affecting me mentally. But then the music came through for me, so I didn't find it. Never found music. Music found me. You know, it's like I don't know if music was looking for the type of people at the time. it found me, and from there on, I realized that's the niche. You know, that's the best friend. You know, and it working for me. It keeps me sane. It keeps me focused. It keeps me. It doesn't matter what the worst thing that somebody could say or do. That keeps me going. You know, so that's why I propel. I put my monies into it, even if it don't bring back the monies for me, but I feel justified. And then I says, you know what? That's what I ask God for. I never ask him for money. I ask him for hands. Bless me with my hands and give me good health so I can toil, I can work, I can do different things, you know, so I can have monies to put into the gospel, you know, to put it into the music. And so by doing so, it can motivate somebody else. You know, it can motivate somebody else. It can motivate a multitude. It can motivate a generation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. That's what I did. You know, and it would always be my shrink. Because like I said to you, the guitar never say I'm tired. The guitar never say, hey, you're playing me too hard. You know, a friend may tell me, I'll talk to you in the morning. A friend, I might be calling them 1 o'clock in the night, and they would see the phone ringing. Oh, I can't take a lock Sunday, no. In the morning. The guitar never say that to me. You see what I mean? So I find comfort in music. And yes, music is life. You know, it is life. It is beautiful. It has many colors. It's interesting. You know, you just have to embrace it. Embrace it. And once you embrace it, it already lends yourself to you. Just embrace it and it will do the rest.
Oh, do you hear that? That was a whole summer day, no? Service. Classic. Classic. I love it. But you see, when we play music, people just say that they use it to distract themselves. And I'm glad to see that you say that it's beyond distraction. It can take you beyond that level. No, so right?
Definitely.
Right. So the industry for you now, what is happening for you with you? What's going on? Because you're so big already. I mean, you're Grenada, this man international. The voice alone is a couple billion. Well, anyway, what you doing? What's happening? Tell us what is happening. Come, your turn. Your turn.
Well, for now, we are I'm working on next 2 videos now. We started already. We started to do some of the shooting already for the videos. And it's going to be my first official video. That's another thing, because I've never actually done an official video. I've done concerts where the video was recorded, you know, but never actually done an official video. And I think that happened because I always find time in doing something, and there's always something coming up, like an event is coming up where I have to take part. I have to put in practice sessions. And the thing about me, my practice sessions, a lot of times, even if I have a 20-minute set, I rehearse for a 40-minute set. And something I used to do before was I would rehearse full music and I rehearse acoustics. And somebody may say, but why waste time doing that? For me is, when I go, as I tell you again, gospel industry again, when you go to events, sometimes the sound system sometimes is horrible. Yeah. And for me, I have no excuse to say to the persons that would have come out to listen to the music, to say to them, hey, I'm not performing. No. Because they come out to listen to me. They come out to be blessed. They come out to hear the music. And to tell them, hey, I can't perform. That is a disrespect. So what I do is that I do acoustic pieces. So if the sound system is horrible for full music, it can never be horrible for acoustics. You see, it can never be horrible for acoustics. So I do that. And we are also embarked on another project now, which called pop-ups. It's something that we already start recording with different artists, but artists that are just coming up, you know, some that are there and they were in the back and they got demotivated, they're not motivated anymore. I try to bring them back to life, because I am focusing on the generation next. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing now. We call pop-up. So we're going and record different artists from there. It's good that I see you have somebody from Antigua. That's good to let them know that, hey, we want to come Antigua to do that too, to do pop-ups. Pop-ups would be cool, because we have some artists from St. Vincent too. So I will be traveling to St. Vincent to do these recordings with them. We have Union Island on board, and of course we're not living at our sister Karieko. We have that person on board. I see you have Japan too. It'd be nice if we can go Japan to do that. Huh? Hello, Japan. That's nice. So that's a new project that I'm doing now. Plus with the videos, that's a lot. And then of course, Introspect, we still have the planning. We just have to set the right date now for it. Introspect is on. It's still on, because we are still doing extensive planning for Introspect. And I have some events that I have to be part of on island and also off island. So that's another thing again. So it's quite a lot. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot, Doc. I'm telling you.
Great. I like that. But we cannot leave or close this session if I don't ask you, how do you feel as an artist now?
How do I feel?
How do you feel? I ain't talking about how your music feels. How do you feel now as an artist?
How do I feel? I feel great. I feel motivated. I feel I'm in a good place now. Yeah. And in a good place where I can push myself to do more. In a comfortable place where I can push myself to do more. I feel satisfied to where I reach now. Yeah. So, and I think if I didn't feel satisfied, I think I'll be too frustrated. I feel I just fall off the group. But I feel satisfied to know that the little that I have done would have motivated so many other persons. Would have even reached onto the eyes and the ears of sponsors. Because some of my concerts, I did 2 concerts before with the band in 2015 and 2018, and I was surprised that the sponsors came on board so nicely. Even for Introspect, some of the sponsors did come on board already, and I feel good to know as a gospel artist, people can actually see what you're doing and pump into it. So that tells me that what I'm doing is something that is good. That tells me it's appreciated. And it helps me more to do more, to put more value into the craft. The photos that I have before, I want cleaner ones. The music that I have, the music that I'm writing, it have to write deeper. Look for the best photographers, the best, and that's because I feel good. I feel great. I feel motivated. I feel like, yes, what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. Not without a shadow of doubt that I have any feeling that, but if that makes sense, nah. I'm in a perfect place where I believe, yes, and I know. I don't believe anymore. I start believing now. I don't believe anymore that I am in a good place. I know that I am in a good place. You see what I mean? So that's how I feel, man. I feel good.
Nice. So another interesting question then. Looking back, what you really recognize? Looking back at life and the whole journey, what you recognize? I can't say it for you. I could only ask you.
What I recognize is God was creating me, was doing something to me that I never understood. And I can now say to persons that be content with every stage of life that you are. Trust the process. Because, you know, you might be going to something where you are in the worst stage of your life and you tell yourself, oh, no, that's it, but I've given up. You know, I'll take my life. I'm frustrated now. I can't deal with that anymore. Everything I try, people fighting me down. Listen, me. Nobody not fighting you down. People are motivating you. So you do more. Be content. Understand that, hey, the fact that I'm here today, that's a blessing, man. You know, the fact that I am here, that is a blessing. Yeah, the fact that I'm a red line in the bank, I can't pay the bank, but God give me a job, that's a blessing, man. As long as I have life and as long as I can continue to work, that I will finish pay it off. So looking back at my life, I realized that God was really creating me for this particular stage that I am at now. He was creating me for that. He was really molding me from since back then to be here. You know, that's what he was doing for me. So even at that time when I saw it, like, whoa, boy, tough enough. But I still had the grind. No, keep on going, but you're tough enough. When I think back about it, sometimes I ask myself, I wonder if I could really do it if I really go back now. You know, but seriously, that's what I see when I look back. I see that that's what he was molding me for, to reach at that stage. You know what I mean? And if I reach at that stage, it means that I can get to the next level.
Great. But that seals it and that nails it there. But I always ask everybody the same question after I ask them the same thing over and over. So then why you never give up?
Because it's not an option.
I got you, brother. I got you.
I never saw that option. Never saw that option. I never see that option of giving up. You know, I always see the only option I had was to get out, to keep moving. Because what I believe is there is always light at that end of the tunnel. The tunnel could be long as well. Keep moving forward. You know, it's like a swimmer. It's like a diver. The current is very strong. Huh? They teach you never go against the current. If you go against the current, you're going to get tired very fast. You're going to die. So the fittest thing to do, relax your body and equalize yourself nicely so you can float, and let the current take you where it's going to take you. It may not take you where you want to go, but it's surely going to bring you to the shore. It may not bring you on the shores of Grenada, it may bring you on the shore of St. Vincent, but you will take it to the shore.
Go on, brother. Sail, swim, dive, walk, whatever it takes. It has to happen. Excellent, guys. I tell you, that musician, that diver, that singer, that everything. I mean, I don't want to keep him longer, guys, tonight. You know, we are closing right here, but there's so much more we could talk about. And I tell you, this is not meant to keep you up whole night, guys. But when you see value, you have to really recognize it. And so, I mean, we always give you the final say, not because you've been talking for a whole 3 or 2 hours. You still have the final say to clear your thoughts and to talk to the people of the music, the arts, the value of life. So you have your closing moments of motivation, because you're motivating people in song now. I want you to talk it. How are you talking? You could sing like you're bad. You ain't the best. Hey, Jamaican and Antigua don't vex, so just relax a bit. Relax, right? But we know we need to the best. And all you know that. So don't vex too much. If all you're watching it, I know all you're watching it. But Grenada has the best he could sing. Now we're gonna make him talk in his closure because I had him hold me. You understand? But before you do that, you mentioned a few names, but I give you the chance now for those of who may come back and watch this. Who are some names or who are some persons? What are some names you may want to touch for the value, the glory of God, and the gift, and the strength, and the support? It's up to you.
Man, there's so many persons, yeah. But my mom is my rock, you know. My mom is my best friend. My mom, I can tell my mom anything. We talk about literally anything. You know what I mean? I love my mom to the bones, man. You know, I'm a mom's boy. You know what I mean? My mom is my rock, and my mom supports me in anything I do. You know, if it's wrong, she's gonna tell me, "Hey, son, I don't think that you should do that, and this is the reason why I think you shouldn't do that." I think she know me so much now because she now like to know why. So she tell me the whys now. You know what I mean? My mom is my rock, and you know a lot of it. Some of my family and my friends, and some of the people that I work with, you know, very closely. I know that one will want me call her name, but I'll call it. It's Kelly. I wouldn't say that the rest of the surname. So I just say it out there. You know, she's somebody that have been with me very long, and basically, in terms of a lot of my documents, in terms of a lot of officially typing letters and this, that. And I'm somebody that can be very demanding because I like to be on the ball, you know. Hey, I want Kelly, where's the letter? You sent it off already? Did they respond yet? What did they say? You know? I said, yeah. He's coming, yeah, and then, you know. So for her, she's really a rock in my corner. You know, I really appreciate her for that. And so many persons, Afiba McQueen, you know, the guy who works a lot with me. He understands me too, and he knows I like it now. For now, hey, Fiba, you edit the stuff already? Where is it? Can I have it? Oh, you're gonna get it in the morning. Okay. What time in the morning? Around 8. All right, no problem. 7:30. Fiba, we ready to go or what? Ah, okay. So you know, these are the people. My circle is very small, and there are some others. You know, there are some others like, you know, that have really helped do that. It's a small team, very small team. You know, even Introspect was put together by a very small team, just Kelly and myself. You know, and it's amazing to see the amount of work that we have gotten done. And that's why I say to people, you know, you don't need a multitude. You need people that just see your vision. You know, people that can see the vision, and people that can actually understand the vision, and they are ready to work. You know, that's it. That's all it takes, you know. So these people have really been, some of these people have really been there for me and there in my corner, you know, from since I've started out. And there are a lot of other persons that have come in along the way and are still there. And trust me, they are very instrumental in having the success of the things that we are doing, especially even with the foundation. You know, there are a lot of persons that have chipped in and are still there and are giving in. They are giving, and that's a good thing, you know, because it's good to give. You know what I'm saying? Because when you give, you get it back. You may not get it back here, but you get it back maybe in a little extension on your life. Eh? You never know. You know, you may get it in good health. You know, that I say to people. You know, so these people are really good to me, and I thank God for that. I have good people in my corner. I really thank God for that.
Great. Well, you've said it. So now that you've spoken to the people, and now we're wrapping it right here, your final advice for those who have been watching on live. That's it. Keep it short, keep it nice. Your final advice. I was going to spotlight you.
My final advice to everybody that is online: be positive. Always be positive. Don't never entertain negative energies. If a negative thought comes, don't dwell on it. Just break it away with a positive energy. You can do anything that you want to. You can do anything that you put your mind to. You know, just go for the positive things. let's support the music. You can follow me. You can follow my page, Loxton Mitchell, both Instagram, both Facebook, and yeah, just stay positive. Always keep it positive.
Guys, y'all heard that, right? Thank you very much. I mean, we've kept you long enough tonight, and that's the value. And I see that passion for everything you do. It don't matter what field you're in, there's the passion. Ladies
That's the
and
passion,
gentlemen, boys and girls, gospel artists, whatever artist you are, he's an international artist. I ain't calling him no gospel artist anymore. That's an international artist. When he sings, he touches souls. All you hear? And I'm going to leave him and leave you all with the soul song. You understand? And we're glad to have you, brother. This is the end of this segment here.
Thank you so much for having me too, man.
That's how we do it here. So tell your people bye-bye. Oh, I see somebody send a message. Let me see if it's something they say here. Papa, yo. Very inspiring. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. That's one of your biggest fans I find, Right?
That's good, man.
Yeah, that's one of your biggest fans, right? Make sure that fan come to your concerts, right? Hey, look at this. I love it. It was a pleasure, brother. Keep this circle going.
Thank you so much, man.
We'll talk again. You understand?
But yes, I have to
share with people as we go. Thank you very much for being here. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how we do it here at Cooper TV. The sweet vibes. We've been with the Grenada top gospel artist. My goodness. Now, man, he needs to give everybody a copy. Just spread your music. Send a copy everywhere. Go to the radio station on the TV again if you've been there before. Because the man bad. Watch me. Only go on YouTube and find, oh, gosh, gospel sweet. So, boy, I think I need to go back to church. Well, no, not church. If I go in church, they go throw me out. I think I need to join the band or follow the band where you go, so I'll get some more spiritual energy. You to follow the vibes, the man band like that. That's the killer for gospel in Grenada, the Grenada gospel. Mr. Killer is Calypso, soca, bad like that. That man is the baddest for gospel. Look for him. Loxton Mitchell was here with us. And I'm going to leave you with one of his soul-searching piece that I love so much. Oh, good, a bias. So a bias. Eh?
So in the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy covering me. Even when I'm rejected by the brothers that surrounds me, God has covered me. In the midst of my sorrows, I still see mercy covering me. And even when I'm rejected by the brothers that surrounds me, God has covered me. I have a reason to worship God, a reason to praise Him more. I wanna cry, I wanna go deeper in worship, yeah, and deeper in service, more and more. When my troubles are mounting, I still see mercy covering me. Then my wounds are all paining from the trials I've been through. God has covered me. I have a reason to praise Him, God, and more and more. wanna grow deeper in worship now. I wanna grow deeper. I have a reason to worship now. I have a reason. Go deeper in worship now. And more. For me to die for him is great, yeah. For me to die for him is great. His reward for me is great. It's great. It's great. For me to die for him is great. His reward for me is great. It's great. It's great. For me to die for him, it's great. His reward for me, it's great. And it's great, it's great. For me to die for him, it's great. Come on. For me to die for him, it's great. His reward for me, it's great. And it's great, it's great. For me to die for him, it's great. For me to die for him, it's great. His reward for me is great. And it's great, it's great. For me to die for him, it's great, yeah. For me to die for him, it's great. For me to die for him, it's great. One more valley, one more hill. Baby, one more trial, one more test. And maybe one more conflict road, but maybe one more mile to go. You've got no lane on your every load when you get home, because you've got one more valley, one more hill. Baby, one more trial, one more test. And maybe one more conflict road, but maybe one more mile to go. You've got no lane on your every load when you get home, because you've got one more valley, one more hill. Baby, one more trial, one more test. And maybe one more conflict road, but maybe one more mile to go. You've got no lane on your every load when you get home. Cause when I'm tossed upon life's seas, and the waves cover me, and the dark cloud will let the sun shine in. And then I heard a voice say, there would be a brighter day. Don't let the sun shine through, forever let you. Because you've got one more valley, one more hill. Baby, one more trial, one more test. And maybe one more conflict road, but maybe one more mile to go. You've got no lane on your every load when you get home, because you've got one more valley, one more hill. Maybe one more trial, one more test. And maybe one more conflict road, but maybe one more mile
about life. School doesn't teach you about learning how to survive. And that is something that I think I needed, especially as a teenager. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just going, just doing things. Even as a young adult, I had no idea what I was doing. Just living. I would say sometimes recklessly, just don't care. And school just teaches you books, and you get your CXC subjects, and you graduate and you get a good job. But you're on the job, it's a good job, you're well paid, but you're unhappy. And I just wanted to be happy eventually. I was tired of being sad, I was tired of being angry, I was tired of being confused, I was tired of being lost. I just wanted to be happy, and I didn't know how to make myself happy until I went through the process of drama therapy. I had no idea of how to make myself happy. I thought that, certain things, I'll buy certain things and I'll feel good, and then the next day it's like there's something missing.